Alright guys, Jonathan here. I want to show you what we did. You can see how we temped up our joist here. Alright, this is a 23-foot span. So we did one on each end and then one pretty much in the middle. And so what I did is I took my laser, shot the laser over, and then I measured down from the top of my ledger down to where my laser was, got that measurement. And then from each spot, I put a block in there, so we don't want that post to sink. All right, so from each spot, then I took my tape, went onto the block, found where my laser was, rolled that number down, and now I know that's the top of my joist, okay? With the laser, it should be all level. We're in snow right now, so it's a little bit trickier, so just make sure you're careful with that when we're dealing with that. But so now I got the top to each block measurements, and I cut my 2x4s. I don't know if you can see over here. I cut my 2x4s to then be at the top, and then I subtracted 9 3/8 because that's about roughly what they all are. And then I put another block on the 2x4 over here. You can, so that this would sit right on top of that block, screwed in, and I screwed this into here, and we nailed it all up. And once I got those nailed up, and then we staked them to the side, and once we got them staked, then we took the 2x4s, screwed them to the 2x post to bring it across. Now we're going to throw our joist right on top. So that's how we temp this up. And I know I came in 11 foot. From our joist over, I marked 11 foot. That's where the outside of this was, and then down, because our beam is going to be at 12 foot. So now that gives us room to put our beam up here and not have to worry about this when it's time to put our beam up. So that's what we're gonna. That's why we did that. And then we put one in sandwich. Once we got our verticals up and our beam, our 2x beam in, then we sandwiched it. And what that does, that keeps that joist from wanting to do this, and it gives it more strength. So when we come here, we tee it up. That's solid. That keeps that 2x nice and solid. All right. So now we got our temp beam up. We could throw up our joist, and then what we'll do is pull out from a house, cut our joist where they need to go at the ends, and all that jazz. So now this is temped up, and once we get our beam up, we'll be able to find exactly where our caissons go and be able to put our post in and beam. So that's how we temp it up here without a beam, without caissons or helical piers in. This is how we do it. Once we got helical piers or caissons in, if we have those in first, then we got to start with the posts and build our way up. Pretty much the same way how we found our temp posts here. So, thanks.